Being a mother is hard. And I'm not talking about the financial part. I'm talking about the lack of sleep. Feeling like you have no support even when you do. Feeling like a terrible mother even when you say you're great. Feeling ugly when people say you're gorgeous. Not getting a break because people say, well, that's what happens when you have a child. Everybody needs a break. Don't get those moms wrong. They love their babies. But let them vent without your 2 cents.
One of the most difficult things as a mother is holding everyone's emotions, yet nobody being available to hold yours. Being a mother is an incredibly emotionally draining job. Being a parent is an emotionally draining job. But what typically happens in heteronormative relationships is that mom, in particular, is expected to help everybody regulate their emotions, including their partners. Men typically are not taught how to process their emotions in healthy ways. They are not taught how to emotionally regulate, and they're not even taught how to be emotionally available to their partner, let alone anyone else, even their friends, right? And so what we know to be true is men don't typically look to their extended family and or friends to be emotionally connected with, and so they offload and unload everything onto their wife.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. So today's topic is an interesting one. It has to do with motherhood. So I'll just give you guys a quick summary, then I'll go ahead and read the story in details. So this lady came online to post she needed help. She needs help. She's trying to find peace. She's a mom. She has 2 kids. One is 3 years old. The other one is 6 months old. She's 31. She feels like she's losing it in life. She can't, she's not sure if she can achieve her dreams and aspirations anymore. She needs a break from being a mom. Everything is just draining her. She's tired. She has no time for herself. She's also a teacher and a part-time author. Her mother-in-law and her mom, they've been very helpful. Her husband is kind of an absent father, not because he wants to be an absent father, but because of his work. But he's always there. From the way she started it, he's supportive, but because his work is demanding, he's always at work. So it's too much burden for her, too much workload for her. Her mother-in-law has been helpful. Her mom has been helpful with the kids and all that. Right now, she's considering quitting her job. She's just confused. She needs help. You know what? Let's get right into the story. Help me find peace. My first post. Found this subreddit today. I'm begging for advice. Tips on how to be at peace with motherhood and my current life. Because if I don't find peace, I don't know how I will manage. I'm at a breaking point. I'm 31 years old. I have 2 kids. One is 3 years old and the other one is 6 months. And I just went back to work full-time as a teacher from maternity leave. I hate my life. When I'm not working, I'm watching my kids. When I'm not watching my kids, I'm working. By the time they go to bed, I'm too exhausted to do anything. My mother-in-law and my mom watch our kids during the week, so they can't help in the evening or weekends when I'm desperate for a break. Hiring a babysitter or nanny is not an option. My husband works a demanding job, so he's usually gone from 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. on weeknights and Saturday mornings too. I just feel so hopeless. I have no time for myself. I'm losing myself. I'm also an author, side gig, not a full-time job. But I have no time, energy, or brain cells to write anymore. It's sad and heartbreaking and makes me want to scream. I feel like my dreams and aspirations are slipping through my fingers. I'm at a breaking point daily. I'm so unsatisfied and angry with my life. I have dark, intrusive thoughts sometimes. It's horrible. I should feel blessed. Our kids are happy and healthy. They are beautiful, wonderful kids. We do moderately well for ourselves financially and have a nice home, food, clothes, family that helps out, etc. But I still feel broken and horrified in my misery. In my crazed thinking, I almost want to just quit my full-time job so that I can have some alone time during the week. My mom and mother-in-law would still want to watch the kids 1 to 2 days a week, I'm sure. And then I can finally have restorative time to myself, even if it's just to get some errands done alone. But I'm a teacher, so I likely couldn't quit until the semester is done. But I'm scared this won't be enough and will be a huge mistake. And I will still hate my life after quitting. Help! I feel broken. How do I reach acceptance and peace with my current reality? Is it even possible? Advice, any and all, is welcome. So this is her cry for help. She's looking for help. She needs an advice. Motherhood is draining her. She can't cope. She needs help. According to her, she's at her breaking point daily, not even weekly, daily. She needs help. She needs to breathe. It's like she's suffocating. Okay, let's go and see what people are saying. So I'm going to read 3 comments from parent and 1 comment from non-parent. So this first commenter said, quitting your job would make you more miserable. When it comes to losing yourself, it may sound that you will rest, be alone, but after a few weeks, months, you will be dragged in boredom, lack of self-meaning, contributive part of family. This is just my guess, unfortunately, and this subreddit will handle it. Kids caused this big hole in your existence. Your mind and emotions are made in a way that you must forget yourself to keep your kids alive. Maybe let's read it that I wrote, but something like that. I don't have any advice, unfortunately. My brain just changed when I gave birth 5.5 years ago and still finding a way to exist as an individual. Other than that, being a parent, always overthinker, always feeling guilty, but always exhausted of all the things. And this exhausted has nothing to do with actual actions. When I was free, I could do much more difficult things and not be exhausted. I knew that at the end of the day, I will rest and start new day. Now, I always try to save as much energy as possible by preparing for some shit that will come, sickness, emotional situations to handle and name it. Okay guys, I'm sure I might have drifted away with the way I read the whole stuff. Her write-up wasn't 100% straight to the point, so I just did my best. For those of you that might want to complain, please bear with me. Maybe you can pause it and read for yourself to get better understanding. Okay, this is what this parent is suggesting. Although she says she doesn't have she doesn't have any remedy to her problem, but this is just her own little story. So let's read what this non-parent is saying. Modern day living is just not easy. Like you, millions feel this way trying to juggle work, kids, life, and our own personal needs. It's literally unrealistic and not possible, and I'm so sorry you're feeling so lost right now. You're not alone. In the short term, any chance of going part-time, carving out any alone time to do things that make you happy. Do you enjoy exercising? I find it helps me a lot. Just an hour a day working out alone does wonders for my mental health. Over time, your kids will grow and need you less and less. This will make it much easier to manage and get back some independence. Do things now that can help you in any way. The pressure on women to have it all with full-time work and having kids is literally impossible with the amount of hours in a day. Anyway, sending much love your way, and remember, this too will pass. Yeah.
I love when I see content that's like, normalize the fact that motherhood is really hard, or normalize the fact that I want a break from my kids. Guys, I'm sorry, that has been normalized. If you open up any social media app, The messaging around motherhood is largely a negative one. And this was so ingrained in my head that when I had my baby and I actually didn't hate my life, I was like, is there something wrong with me? The problem is we had the boomer and the Gen X generation who didn't talk about mental health, and the women didn't ever vocalize their struggles about being a mom, which is definitely not the right approach. But then I feel like with the rise of social media, the pendulum has just swung the complete opposite way. And so much motherhood content is so negative and draining. I really think we just need a balanced approach. Despite the hardships and the challenges, the love I have for my child is truly like no other that I've ever experienced and brings me so much joy. Being a mom is not my entire identity, but it is certainly a very large part of it. So let's please try to just have a more balanced approach to things.
Welcome. I hope you find the other posts on this subreddit to be reassuring. You're not alone. We are lied to about what our lives would become, and this actually sucks. I suggest looking up a type of therapy called radical acceptance. It is because it is about completely accepting the reality of your situation. It is what it is and letting go of what you wish it was instead. I started it with my own psychologist and continued working on it with podcasts and reading online. It helped me a lot.
Am I the only mom that's actually confused at how her own mom was able to do this? How are you able to wake up, get yourself dressed, get me ready, take me to daycare or school, go to work a full shift, get off, pick me up, take me home, make sure I was fed, make sure I was bathed, put me to bed, wake up and do it all over again for years and years and years? Like, I'm just not seeing it. And my mom was so serious about going to work. If I was sick, I had to go to school for at least half a day, okay? Because I am not messing up my attendance, and she has got to go to work. I was that girl that had perfect attendance every year. But I'm tired. I don't know if I can do this. Like, how am I supposed to have the energy to do all of this? Where do I find the patience? Did you find time to clean, cook, keep the house together? Time for yourself? Where is the balance? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the work-life balance. I'm not seeing. There is not enough hours in a day to do all this. It's not enough hours in a day. Math is still not mathing to me. I don't know. I'm a millennial mom. I don't think this is for me. I don't think it's for me. I don't.
Hang in there. Before 5, it really gets hard, but it gets better. I'm not working right now. I'm also an author and have a podcast. Neither of those things I can do right now until I get childcare for 2-year-old. I'm on a lot of waiting list. It's so frustrating, but I know from experience it will get better. I have an extremely independent 10-year-old. She is a breeze compared to the toddler. If you can afford to quit or go part-time, do it. You deserve a few hours to yourself. It's not easy. Motherhood is hard. Let me just say this. Being a single person, you have your dreams and aspirations. You've been working so hard, going to school, getting them degrees, doing a lot. Then you become a mother. It's like you put your dreams. Not even it's like you will definitely put your dreams aside to nurture your baby, because that's all you have to do at that point in time, because your baby is young, still little. So when you're nurturing your baby, time is going, your dreams and aspirations are being packed up somewhere. It takes a strong-willed person to bounce back with all the motherhood stuff. It's not easy. It's really not easy, honestly. Sometimes I look at people that have a lot of kids and I'm like, how do you guys do it? How do you do it? It's really hard. It's not easy. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on this. What do you think? Are you a mom? How are you handling this? Are you being faced with the same situation? How did you come out of it? Do you have any suggestions? Please do leave it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.